Hey guys, so I got a funny subject to talk about that's kind of bothering me a little bit. I saw Trump's awards shows yesterday. Today is the December 8th or 7th. I'm totally off. But yeah, I saw his award shows yesterday giving out these Kennedy Awards for the arts or whatever. I saw like Sylvester Stallone there, and I saw like the guy from Kiss or something, and a bunch of other dudes that I don't even know, and I didn't even bother to look at who they were. Um, and frankly, I think like, dude, Trump, you have no business giving out art awards. What do you know about art? What do you know about movies and music? Right? Like, at the very least, what I would have done if I was Trump, I would have said, find me the greatest minds of movies, like people who know like every movie you could think of, every director, old, past, present, future, and find me the best, most reasonable person who could give me a nice list of curated artists of our time. Um, I wouldn't have. I mean, Trump. What does he know about it? What does he know about this stuff? Uh, I mean, like the last thing he was doing, I heard like a few months back was trying to bring Rush Hour 4 out to movie theaters. I mean, what the hell does the president of the United States have to do with Rush Hour 4? Like that's the movie. Like, all right, if you want to I mean, out of all the art movies, right? Like I would say, how about you try making a really good version of Les Miserables again, like the Liam Neeson version with Uma Thurman. Like make something like that. But Rush Hour 4, like you're not even trying to come off like you got a brain. I mean, I guess you're just appealing to the masses from the 1980s or something. I don't give a shit about Rush Hour 4. I'm not interested in that at all. Um, but yeah, I was talking to my grandpa about this, and out of all the people, like, if I was to pick, I mean, Sylvester Stallone is great, like as a guy, as a man, what he did in his life and everything. I'm not shitting on Sylvester Stallone at all. Like I love the Rocky series, but here's my beef with Stallone. Uh, he really killed it with Rocky, but I think he kind of milked it with Rocky because after Rocky, then he had Rambo, right? And Rambo, I think Rambo sucks. I don't know what people see in Rambo. And then he made some other like obscure, forgettable movies that I can't even bring up to my mind, right? But I was telling Grandpa like Rocky 1 was great. Uh, I think the worst Rocky had to be the one where he fought Mr. T or Clubber. And the only cool part about that one was that Rocky 3, the one where he had the stupid robot waiter in his house. I don't remember. But I did like how Apollo and him were training together. And Apollo was like, how you lost the eye of the tiger and blah, blah, blah. So that was some great stuff. And Carl Weathers was probably one of the best supporting characters of that series. So when Carl Weathers got killed in Rocky 4, was it? And the Russian killed him, like after Carl Weathers put on that like patriotic act, it was fucking great. And then the Russian like killed him. That was fantastic, yeah. Uh, and then the Rocky after that, I actually liked the one where he was fighting that young guy. I think that was John Wayne's nephew, if I remember right. My grandpa said it was John Wayne's nephew. I like that because it brought Rocky back down to earth, and it had all these messages in there about like being rich or poor, and the young guy, he gets taken in by that black trainer that like gives him all the temptations of wealth and fame and everything, and then the Rocky has to beat the shit out of him in the street, in the middle of the street. So that was fucking awesome. And I actually do like the last Rocky movie that's just Rocky, right? Where he's like an older guy and it kind of ties up a lot of stuff at the end. That was just like more of a sentimental movie more than an action movie. So yeah, like when I'm shitting on Stallone being at the awards, I'm not shitting on Stallone and Rocky. Love that stuff. With just a couple of the movies I did not like. Um, but if I had to pick somebody, right, I was saying like Clint Eastwood as a director, as an artist, should be given a Kennedy Award. I mean, not that it matters really. I mean, what are these awards, right? Like that changes anything. We all know that like guys like Clint Eastwood are like left something great behind for all of us and our children to look back on, right? Um, we all know that Clint Eastwood is a great director and one of the greats, right? But like, I mean, the reason why I would say Clint Eastwood should be one of the people who were given that award for all the things that he did. As he got older, the movies that he directed and worked on, he had such a variety of different movies. Like, yes, when he was young, sure, like he had a couple of campy things here and there, but he had a lot of memorable westerns, even down to the strange ones like a sister. What was that one? A Sister Sarah. God, I'm sorry. A Mule for Sister Sarah. Even an obscure, strange movie like that was really good movie even to now. So like you got all those western movies that he was in and a part of the spaghetti westerns. And my favorite, I love Rawhide, the Rawhide TV show. Don't underestimate it. It might look like your everyday like 19 late 1950s, early 1960s show, but it's actually really good. He wasn't really a main character of that show. It was Gary, or the main cattle rancher that was mentoring Clint Eastwood. But even that guy was a great actor. I don't remember the actor's actual name, but the show is actually pretty good. First season a little slow, but it gets really good as you go. So, and then also, when you read about Clint Eastwood, he really was like a nobody for a while, and and then he had that thing where he was in the ship when he was in the military, and he had to swim back to the California coast and survive. Guy's a badass, absolute badass. And yes, Stallone is a badass. Like I know what he did that uh, he they wanted to buy off the Rocky script for like what 100 grand, and he says no, I want to be in my script. Like that took balls. Like I am not shitting on Stallone. Like he is a great man, and a dedicated, tenacious dude. But in terms of art, Clint Eastwood is it's not even a comparison. I mean, so back to the movies that Clint Eastwood was a part of. Like even Clint Eastwood's like pop movies like Dirty Harry are still talked about and still great movies to this day. Five I didn't like. Four I loved. Four the and two where the cops were corrupt and they were doing all these things like vigilanteism. Like two was fantastic. I loved number two. Um, and so then on to when Clint becomes more he like more into the direction, right? For movies like Absolute Power, In the Line of Fire, um, oh, and Mystic River is another one of his best movies. I mean, Mystic River covers so many of dark topics, right? Like, I mean, Sean Penn is a great actor, even though I think he's kind of a moron in real life. But the man is a great actor. I mean, I loved him in that Michael Fox movie where they were in the war, Casualties of War. I think that was one of Sean Penn's best performances. Like he did that so good along with Michael Fox, and that movie, Casualties of War, gave me such a new perspective on Michael Fox as an actor. Like he is such a great actor, really. It's a shame he didn't do more big stuff because of the Parkinson's and the disease that he got, you know. But he's such a talented actor. And secondly, Mystic River. The guy who was in Shawshank Redemption, I forgot the actor's name, but in Mystic River, when he was a child in the movie, he got molested by the priest, and then as he got older, he was like this tortured soul. And his two friends, Sean Penn, who was like the neighborhood community, like looked up to him. I think he was like some kind of a street gangster, if I remember right. But he was like a good guy, and he had a daughter and then Kevin Bacon played, who was also one of the friends when they were children. He became like the cop who was investigating the things that were going on, and there was someone who got murdered because he was. It turned out he was molesting a kid in the car, and the actor from Shawshank Redemption's character, he killed him because he found him molesting the kid in the car. So, obviously he went haywire because it brought back that trauma from when he was a child. But now as an adult, he could actually fight back, you know what I mean? So there was this whole dilemma that he murdered the guy for molesting a kid, but like it was like they were coming after him maybe because he did the murder, right? Like there it was. Mystic River is a fucking hell of a movie. Um, it's crazy how Clint Eastwood put all of that in one and delivered. He delivered, and it's still a great movie to this day. Even little movies like Bloodwork is a classic movie. I love Bloodwork. I could go on, right? Well, Gran Torino is his masterpiece. I hate the shit on movies that came out after Gran Torino, such as Trouble with the Curve, American Sniper. I didn't like The Mule. I think that was his worst movie, unfortunately. I could tell you why after. And there was a couple of. There was like one movie about those guys on a train who stopped a terrorist. Not interested in that. Boring. But I would say Gran Torino was Clint Eastwood's last best masterpiece that he left behind. One of his, like, even just for Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood should have been given an award for that. Like, it is such a symbolic movie. I mean, just the Gran Torino itself, how he acted, even the supporting cast and that, like even the young actors and actresses in there, like, were so good. Like, it was just so well made. Like, I really, like, just for that movie. And I remember seeing the trailers when I was a kid in 2008, and remember seeing, if you were a kid or you remember seeing those trailers, you always see him coming out of his house with his M1 Garand because he was a Korean war vet, right? Like, classic, man, classic. And again, like, his movies weren't just about like action hero stuff. Like, it had all these messages and reflections of the times, but it was done in a way that is going to be timeless, in my opinion. And people in the future, children in the future who grow up and they look back at these movies that we watched that Clint Eastwood directed, they're going to love them too. I really feel that way. I can name you a ton of other Clint Eastwood movies, but that's just the first things that came to my mind about him. Secondly, who else would I put in the awards that would go ahead of Stallone? I would put Al Pacino in there. I mean, come on, he's one of the greatest actors of our time. And I might be biased because I'm half Italian and I've been watching Al Pacino since I was a kid. From The Godfather, Scent of a Woman, you name it. I've been watching him forever. But Al Pacino is one of the best. I mean, his variety of movies are unbeatable. And yes, Robert De Niro, I know you could put him next to Al Pacino, but I'm sorry. Robert De Niro, go away. Al Pacino, all the way. That's what I say, you know? Like, I will take Al Pacino any day over Robert De Niro. And no, it has nothing to do with Robert De Niro's politics. I could care less about his politics. Yes, Robert De Niro has amazing movies and he's an amazing actor. But Al Pacino is unbeatable, man. Like, I mean, from Dog Day Afternoon, Scent of a Woman, Godfather, Justice for All, the one about the American Revolution. I forgot what the name. Was it just called Revolution? Also, classic movie. Even when he got older, he made some very. There was this one movie where he was like a musician. What was it, Danny something? He made it like in 2016 or 2015. He was like this musician that was like mainstream and popular. It was fictional or something, I think. And like he got a letter. He found out that John Lennon wrote him a letter like decades ago before he died, and he never read the letter until like one of his publishers finally decided to give it to him for some reason. And the letter said like, "Don't sell out, man. Just do what you want to do." And like in the movie, he had like a fucking huge mansion, private jets. He even had a wife that was like 25 years old, but he didn't even fuck her because he was so old, and he just let her fuck whoever she wanted. Like, crazy movie, great movie. No one talks about it. No one talks about it. But like, Al Pacino is a working man's actor. He's like, well, if I'm going by that, then we also have to put Nicolas Cage in there. I know, you'll laugh at me. But like Nicolas Cage, like me and my grandpa always say, like, he's like a working man's actor, a lunchbox actor. Like, Nicolas Cage, Al Pacino are workers, bro. Like, they put out those movies like that's their blood, that's their lifeline. And I was reading something about Al Pacino that said like he doesn't even really have like enough money to live, and he's gonna be working until he dies. So he might be famous, but he's suffering like the rest of the regular American people. So even more reason why Al Pacino should have an award over Stallone. I mean, what is Stallone doing right now? Tulsa King? I mean, come on, Tulsa King? I tried watching that shit, and it is shit. Everything that Paramount Plus was putting out is shit. From the Mobland with Pierce Brosnan and Thomas Hardy, uh, even from Frasier, the new Frasier show. Paramount is ass. Um, and yeah, I'm not sub to them or anything anymore. I would add them just to see the stuff that they were making, like when it was coming out, and we were completely underwhelmed with everything that they were doing. Like Mobland, you got Tom Hardy and Pierce Brosnan, and somehow it sucks. That show sucks. I mean, the very first episode, everybody is saying the word cunt, cunt. Hey, you're a cunt. I don't like cunts, 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 cunts. And I know apparently that's something that they do where it's filmed and it's trying to be authentic, but it's like it doesn't mean it makes for a good movie. It kind of got fucking annoying. I mean, a TV show. I'm sorry. And also, what didn't make sense in Mobland was like when they were having these meetings and stuff, and they would have everybody in the family a part of it. Like I was like, this makes absolutely no sense. That's like if you had Tony Soprano when he would meet with Silvio and Pussy, and they would be talking about their business. That's like having Carmella in the room. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. So, but yeah. So like Al Pacino, Clint Eastwood, those are just the first two guys that I could tell you who deserve an art award. Not like it matters though, like I said earlier in the video, because in our hearts, to those of us who love movies, TV shows, like I mean, we love it with a passion. Like the old stuff, we watch it, and we every time we rewatch something, we see it in a new perspective, a new layer of depth that's added to it, and appreciation, right? That I'm sorry, I don't care what you say about Trump. Like, what does he know? Like, I don't believe for a sec. Like his selection of movies are Rush Hour. Like, did you even watch like obscure movies like Les Miserables with Liam Neeson, which are one of also Liam Neeson's best movies? And I feel like I don't blame Liam Neeson for this. This is just an example of our culture that I'm trying to say. Liam Neeson got more popular as he did more action movies like Taken and stuff like that. But one of his exceptional movies in 2009, even during his action phase, was The Grey, which is one of my favorite movies, right? But like, sorry, the TV's on in the other room. But anyway, like Les Miserables, I thought showed the potential of Liam Neeson being more than an action hero actor. So you don't hear movies like that coming out of the mouth of Donald Trump or even half of these politicians. So these people shouldn't be giving out any awards at all about art. They don't know shit about art. That's all I'm saying. Like at the very least, I wouldn't complain if they hired somebody who like you could say like, okay, this guy, even if I don't agree with everything he says, has an interesting, unique outlook on movies and art. But if you got a guy giving awards out and his favorite movie is Rush Hour 4 that he wants out, like, dude, you should not be giving out awards at all. Hell, oh, and thirdly, I would say out of all the people who should have been up there, and clearly these guys were up there because they probably gave a lot of money to Trump's campaign funds, let's be frank about it. So it's got nothing to do with merit. But if you wanted somebody who also aligns politically to be up there with Trump being given an award, I would clearly say Mel Gibson should be up there. But Mel Gibson wouldn't be up there because he's clearly labeled an anti-Semite crazy person, even though he's not. He's a very talented, smart guy, and he made some amazing movies, clearly. Conspiracy Theory, Braveheart, right? I could go on. And even when he was young, Forever Young, and there was this one movie that Mel Gibson did where he was like autistic or he had something wrong with him, but he fell in love with a woman because he was still physically able to take care of things. I forgot, like he made some real classic movies, you know. So Mel Gibson is a great actor as well. So that's just me. Like you could have hired somebody to have a better curation of list of people, but you know what it came off as to me? It came off as I don't know, boomer bullshit. I don't know. it didn't come off right to me, the awards that he gave. So that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching.